What if I told you your puppy isn't crying because they're naughty? What if they're crying because they love you, and loving you is the scariest thing they have ever done? Every single day, thousands of dog owners walk out their front door carrying guilt they were never supposed to carry. And behind that door is a puppy who doesn't understand where their favorite person just went, or if they are ever coming back. But here is the part nobody tells you. The way most owners respond to that crying. It is quietly making things worse. Welcome to Barksite, where we look at dogs, not just with our eyes but with understanding. Today we are going inside the mind of a crying puppy, and what we find there will change the way you walk out your door forever. There is a sound that stays with you. Not a bark, not a growl. Something softer than that, and somehow far more painful. It is the sound of a puppy, crying at a closed door, scratching, whimpering, calling out for the one person in the world who makes them feel safe. If you have ever walked out of your home and heard that sound echo behind you, you already know how heavy it feels to carry it all the way to work. Maya knew that feeling better than anyone. At just 3 months old, Milo had already stolen her whole heart. He followed her everywhere, to the kitchen, to the bedroom, even to the bathroom. If Maya moved, Milo moved. It felt adorable. It felt like love, until the day she had to leave him alone. The moment Maya picked up her bag, Milo froze. The moment her hand touched the door handle, his tail stopped wagging. His amber eyes filled. His small golden body seemed to shrink. And when that door finally clicked shut, the crying began. Not barking, not whining for attention, crying, the kind that makes you stop halfway down the street and wonder if you should turn around. And Maya did turn around. Again and again, she rushed back in. She held him. She apologized to him. She delayed leaving whenever she possibly could. She thought she was helping, but without realizing it, she was teaching Milo something deeply dangerous, that being alone really was something to be afraid of. To understand why we need to go inside the mind of a puppy, Dr. Lena has spent over 2 decades studying dog psychology and behavior, and she says the very first thing people get wrong is believing that a puppy cries because it is spoiled, or stubborn, or simply being dramatic. The truth is far more compassionate than that. Puppies do not experience time the way humans do. When a young puppy forms a powerful bond, the kind Milo formed with Maya, your absence is not just disappointing. To their developing brain, it can feel genuinely threatening. Milo's brain was not thinking, "She will be back in an hour." Milo's brain was asking, "Where did she go? Why am I alone? Am I safe?" And the moment those questions fired, his nervous system responded. Heart rate rising, stress hormones flooding, body trembling. This is separation anxiety. And according to Dr. Lena, it is one of the most common and most misunderstood psychological conditions in domestic dogs. It is not a behavior problem. It is a fear response, and fear in any living creature cannot be scolded away or hugged into silence. It can only be gently, patiently, and consistently unlearned. Milo was not being difficult. Milo was terrified, and that changes everything about how we respond. The first change Dr. Lena asked Maya to make was one that surprised her, because it meant doing less, not more. Stop making departures emotional. Every long goodbye, every extra hug at the door, every trembling, "I'll be back soon, I promise." As loving as those moments felt, they were sending Milo a loud and clear signal. Something serious is happening. Your owner leaving is a crisis, Maya had to learn to leave calmly. No dramatic farewell, no guilt written across her face. Just leave, quietly, ordinarily. Because when departures become ordinary, they become less scary. The second change was slower, and it required patience Maya had to build day by day. Dr. Lena called it desensitization, teaching Milo in the smallest possible steps that alone time was not dangerous. 30 seconds. Come back. 1 minute. Come back. 3 minutes. Come back. 5. Each return delivered the same message to Milo's nervous system. Over and over and over. She goes, but she always comes back. The door is not the end of the world. The door is just a door. And slowly, painfully slowly, something in Milo began to shift. The sight of Maya picking up her bag stopped meaning panic, and started meaning simply, she will return. The third change happened in the space between Maya's departures. A puppy left alone with nothing, but silence and anxiety will always struggle. So Maya began leaving Milo with anchors, small things that told his brain the world was still safe. A special chew toy he received only when she left. A worn piece of her clothing nearby carrying her scent. Because for a dog, scent is the most powerful signal of safety in existence. Soft background sound, a calm radio program, filling the terrifying silence of an empty home. Now Maya's departure no longer predicted something frightening. It predicted something good. The fourth change was the simplest, and perhaps the most powerful of all: consistency. Dogs are creatures of deep pattern. Their sense of safety does not come from grand gestures or expensive solutions. It comes from the quiet, reliable rhythm of daily life. Leave at a consistent time. Return predictably. Keep greetings calm. No explosive reunions that teach Milo his fear was justified. Just steady, ordinary, repeated routine. This is how trust is built. Not in a single afternoon, but in 100 quiet, consistent moments, stacked one on top of the other, day after day. Weeks passed in Maya's home. Slow weeks, patient weeks, sometimes frustrating weeks. There were setbacks, there were mornings when Milo still trembled at the door. There were evenings when Maya sat on the floor beside him, wondering if anything was really changing at all. But one Tuesday morning, ordinary, unremarkable, Maya picked up her bag, walked to the door, and turned around one last time. There was Milo, watching her, calm, still, his amber eyes soft, his tail moving, not frantically, but gently, the way a tail moves when everything is okay. Maya walked out. The door clicked shut, and for the first time, the apartment stayed quiet. Not because Milo loved her less, but because he finally, truly, believed the thing. He had been trying so hard to learn all along. She always comes back. Maybe that is the lesson every puppy needs most. Not that they will never be alone, but that being alone does not mean being abandoned. Your puppy is not trying to make your life difficult. They are trying to feel safe in a world they still do not fully understand. And all the tools they have, all the crying, all the scratching, all the desperate little sounds at a closed door, are just their way of saying, I love you, and I'm afraid of losing you. With patience, with consistency, with love, expressed through routine rather than guilt, you can answer that fear with something it has never heard before. You are safe. I will always come back, and you never have to be afraid of that door again. Your puppy did not choose to be anxious. They chose you, and in choosing you, they handed you the most trusting, most vulnerable, most wholehearted thing a living creature can offer. Do not waste that with guilt. Use it with patience, with quiet, with steady daily love that looks less like an apology and more like a promise. The promise that no matter how many times that door closes, it will always open again. At Barksight, we believe that understanding a dog changes everything: how you see them, how you raise them, and how deeply you are able to love them. If this story helped you see Milo a little more clearly, share it with someone whose puppy needs to be understood too. Subscribe to Barksight, because every behavior has a reason, and every dog deserves someone willing to find it, and every owner deserves to walk out the door without leaving their heart behind. We will see you in the next one.